Hi YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna try and hold this camera still and try not to move all around and do a layout share here because my stand that my husband made for me, I'm missing the piece that the camera would attach to because I haven't done this in so long. I don't know where I put it, so that's why I'm having to hold my camera, number one. And then number two, the reason I haven't done a video in so long is because I have gone back to school and I have been very, very busy with schooling. I'm going to an online college and I only have 51 units, so I'm a junior, and it is very consuming, the time it takes for me to do school. And then I also have a job and I have my 4 kids, so I've had to kind of back burner doing YouTube videos. In fact, I've almost entirely put scrapbooking on the back burner, but every once in a great while I've had a little bit of time. I have 1, 2, 4 layouts here that, and these are the only layouts I've done in, let's see, it's now, today's January 22nd, and I believe I did these, or the last time I did a video, let's see, I think was in December maybe. I'm gonna have to look back. When was the last time I posted a video? But, and I'm saying I just said every once in a while I've had a chance to do scrapbooking. Actually, these were all done in a day and a half time. I had one particular weekend that I had some free time and my schoolwork was done, and so I took some time and did some scrapbooking in that day and a half. They didn't take me the full day and a half, but so that tells you in you know, at least over a month and a half, maybe even 2 months. I don't know. Again, I have to look back. When's the last time I actually scrapbooked? But these layouts are all I've done. So, and I did these several weeks ago, so I do not know all the products. They all came from Studio Calico kits, pretty much, but I'm not sure which kits because I hadn't scrapbooked in so long. I just started digging in and used stuff from different kits and stuff because I'm very far behind on the kits and I don't know when I'll get to scrapbook again, so I just really let myself be free and have fun. So, anyway though, these stamps came from one of the Studio Calico kits, and these little stars are from some glitter that I got a little package at Walmart for like, I don't know, $3 or $4, a huge package. So I love this stamp that says I love this, and I had used these letter stamps to put Morro Bay, and I thought that this of that stamp and the Morro Bay went together nicely. So, and I wanted this layout to be very simple because I really, really love these pictures. Sorry for the glare. Love the skyline in the background. It's just so beautiful. And these are just really pretty pictures. They just have a real peaceful feel to them. So I wanted to keep it very simple. So I just matted them on a wood grain, and then I layer, this is just some vellum, and that piece of paper was in from my stash. I have no idea what that is. And then this paper, the very background there, is actually a bag from a Studio Calico kit that I just tore up using a ruler. And then I have some wood veneers, some stars, and I went ahead and put some sequins, even though it's a little feminine. but this layout needed something. It was very, very plain. And again, I wanted it to be very simple and plain, but it just needed something. And so I thought, you know, I'm just going to play with the sequins and see, and I like it. And it doesn't take away from the masculinity, I don't think. So there's that layout. And then this layout, these are pictures from that same day. It's just a little bit earlier on. And this is a layout from my son's scrapbook. So I kept it masculine again. And I cut these all out the same. I believe they are 4 by 4. It looks like 4 by 4. And so I just cut out all 4 in the 4 by 4. And here's my daughter being goofy, of course. She's my goofy girl. So I just kept this really simple again. This did the wood grain. And this green, this is my son Matthew. And his most favorite color is green. He loves to wear green. I mean, he really loves green. So I used green dots here and tried to find green pieces to accent. And then I just did that cluster up there. And then if you look close, you could see that I outlined around the edges. And I really like that. I'm going to do that some more on other layouts because I really, really like it. I think you can see that, yeah. I did that all the way throughout on all the pictures. And then there's the date. This is from Thanksgiving last year, or, you know, the year before last. And I did, oh, you're seeing the other layout. I outlined all around the outside as well. And even though I only did one, you know, I didn't go around and outline twice. I did it a little sloppily, intentionally, because, sorry, I'm going all over the place, probably making you dizzy. But because I had decided to do this outlining after I'd already put the pictures down. So there was breakup in the outlining, and I knew there was going to be, so I wanted it to look intentional. So that's why I was a little sloppy with my outlining. So that's that one. I cannot get rid of the glare on these because of the lights. Yikes. Sorry, I don't know how to get rid of that. There we go. Okay, here's another layout that is from that same day. And this one is similar time of day to the first layout I showed you. This one I sewed around the edges. And this one is going in my son Kyle's album. So again, I wanted it to be fairly masculine. And so I used these masculine sort of tabs here. And I did use ribbon. This is from a Studio Calico kit. Maybe November or something. I don't know. I apologize again. I don't know where I got my stuff. I just had fun when I got to finally scrapbook. I just didn't even want to worry about it. And I did my journaling and talked about, and because these pictures ended up being so beautiful, and the time and of day and everything was just so perfect. And I realized after the fact that if I had known it was going to be that beautiful, I would have been way more fussy over those pictures and you know, had my kids smiling just perfect and blah, blah, blah. But I didn't. It was just one of those spur of the moment things, and it was so beautiful, so I just started snapping. And I'm glad. I'm glad that I didn't fuss. I'm glad that it just was natural. So these two, this is Emily, and they're cousins, and they have been just best buddies since they were little. So I like to get a picture, you know, several pictures every Thanksgiving of them together. And then up here's my little cluster. And I put the Thanksgiving 2012 up there. I can't stand my own writing, and it's just not nice writing. I just don't have great writing, but never have. But sometimes I use it anyways because I want my kids to see it someday and recognize my writing. And now I'm just showing you that I stitched all the way around and did some extra stitching there. This ribbon, I just tied it all the way around. Oh, I can't show you. Yeah, there we go. You could see that I went all the way around with it. So, love this wood grain paper. I think that's the Dress Shop DIY crepe paper. And then, so that's that layout. And then this is the last layout. This is one of the, we just had professional pictures taken because my oldest boy here, he just turned 18 and he's about to graduate high school. So I wanted to get a good family portrait, several. And so this was taken professionally on a bridge near us, near where we live. So I really love this picture, and I'm going to scrapbook a bunch of them. Sorry, I'm trying to avoid the glare. But this is the first one that I've done. And I did this tag. This tag came from a scrapbook kit, and I just played around with it. I used watercolor on it and in greens and kind of like orange sort of colors, and then after I let that dry, then I splattered it with watercolor, and then I took a towel and dabbed it up, and that's what I came up with. So I really like that tag. And then I wanted to use this stamp that says "Birds of a Feather Love Forever." The stamp didn't come out great. I think maybe because I had done it on top of the watercolors. I don't know. It's just not great. But I don't have good inks anyway. It's just Memento, I think. And I really should probably get some better inks. But because you could see the letters there are like blurry. So that's not great. And I was a little bummed about it. But I loved the tag so much. I obviously was going to use it anyway. So, anyway, but so I did that stamp, and then I had these canvas. I have a set of, there's canvas, birds, and butterflies, and I don't remember the brand. But I went ahead and used watercolors and painted this bird with the green, and then I went back and outlined it and added some details to it, and I think it came out kind of cute. I just kind of went for it with that. And then I made a little eye with, that came from Freckled Fawn, the December Oh Dear Me kit. And then Thought of the Day, and then this I Love You, that came from this one of the Studio Calico kits, and again I don't remember, but it had a whole thing of perforated little typed out sayings, and here's another one. These photos are my treasure, and so I used my tiny attacher and attached those. And then I had this is my life, that was from my stash. And then this frame I had also in my stash. That's I think it's Maggie Holmes, I want to say, one of those fabric canvas frames. And then I had these feathers too, which just kind of tied everything together for me in my mind. Not too themey, but you know, Birds of a Feather Love Forever. And then I have the feather here, and then I got the birdie up there. And then I splattered, this is brown watercolor that I splattered. I got that watercolor from Two Peas in a Bucket. And then the papers, I don't remember what this wood one is. That's the same papers that I used in this layout. You can see they're the same, the wood and the green. and the wood and the green. So I know they came from a Studio Calico kit, but I don't know which one, so I apologize for that. But anyway, let me back up here. So that's that layout, and I really like it. I think that one came out good. It's, you know, it's kind of layout I like. This, I left that real long on purpose. This, these pictures we had done outdoors, and this, we had a bunch on the bridge, but then we took several that are out, like in the dirt with the bushes, and really, really natural looking. On some of us are sitting on trees, and really, really nice pictures. The photographer was excellent. But so I'm gonna, when I scrapbook these, I'm gonna do this sort of natural look to them. So anyway, that's that. And I hope you enjoyed these. I apologize for falling off the face of the planet with my process videos, but again, I just have been so busy because I started school, and that has to take priority. But whenever I have the chance to scrapbook, I'm going to. Like, I have a break coming up at the end of February, and I'm actually going to have a longer break. So I'm going to have like 3 weeks off. Normally I'll only get 1 week in between classes. So I'll be doing some scrapbooking then, and hopefully I'll be able to get it together and do process videos. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed these, and you take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.